bisexual. Yeah, bitch, I'm bisexual. Yeah, that's right. I'm fucking bisexual. I check on that pussy in that day.
Whatever for a real one.
Should pop that whatever you got in your pants. Yes.
Pop that blank.
Yes. Yeah, being bisexual is just like is Mad Lib sex. Put in whatever you want, fill in the blanks.
Yeah, I was sucking on blank until I got blank all over my blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Willie Thrilly?
You missed some fucking
What's
debauchery.
good?
While
You gonna stay late and drink last night?
Well, I mean,
is that the debauchery?
oh, I mean, it's been debauchery all weekend, dude.
It's been a whole life full of debauchery.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
We're currently at one of the peaks. Fucking Friday and Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
Everything's a peak right now, dude. Everything's
Big time
peaking.
ribs.
I'm peaking. I'm on acid. I am peaking right now.
Peaky Blinders.
There you go. He's fucking firing up.
All right, I'm trying,
fine.
trying stuff.
You look
Murphy
extra smooth
too.
today.
Thank you. I just got out of the shower. Is
that what it is?
I guess so. Hair's a little slicked down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A little Rico Suave kind of thing going.
I thought you got a Rico Suave.
Rico
that was
Suave
the name of the
shampoo.
Puerto Rican barbershop you went to.
I'd love to see you fucking lined up.
I've got it before. I was just talking about it last night. One time I went to a barber.
Yeah, it's almost like I was setting you up for that.
She lined me up.
Over a year of podcasting, he's like, "Oh, you know what? That's weird. I actually have a story about that thing you said. It's actually really funny you mentioned that because we
Wow.
were just talking about this."
Fate, huh?
What's up? You drinking coffee?
I'm drinking coffee. Yeah.
What's up? You going sober or something?
No, I have a beer next to me.
Okay.
I'm just
Pour them together.
trying to get woken up. I'm hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy yacked last night.
Yeah, I puked out of Megan's car. Tell your story,
If I
though.
had well, I mean, what? You gotta when you go to the Puerto Rican barbershop, you gotta be like, hey, just give me the white boy. You know, don't line me up in the front
Yeah.
because I got blocked off, man. It was like I was looking like DJ Khaled and shit.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Give me the white boy. Is that just like keep the widow's peak?
Yeah, just don't touch the front. I mean, these lines are just natural. These are all curves, no angles.
Don't
Yeah.
Gotta
touch
be-
the Appalachian Mountains up here, man. We gotta keep them intact.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like the Ozarks. They have round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't go making them into Rocky Mountains and with angles and shit.
Wow, dude, that was nice.
One time I went to a barber in Iraq.
Move this out of your face.
I can't ever figure it out. One time I went to a barber in Iraq, and he was Jordanian, and he put rubbing alcohol all
is that
over my
what you call
ears.
people from Jordan?
Yeah. And he put rubbing alcohol on my ears, and then he set them on fire, and it singed all the hair off my ears.
I don't think they teach that in school.
I don't think so either.
I think that was him freestyling
He's
a
just
little
also
bit.
a magician.
There's some stuff you can get overseas that you just, no one in America is going to set your ear on fire.
Did he also like put a stick in this ear and then it came out your other ear? And you're like, how's it?
The old gag, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good time
classic
though.
gag.
I could
That's
use
your
it
card
again, man.
shaped.
I got a lot of, ear hair going on. There's a lot of. I've been setting
Like
them on fire.
inside? Like
I've been setting them
inside?
on. Yeah, inside,
You've
outside.
been taking butane to your fucking ear hole?
I just take. Yeah, I take a lighter and I go, and I go real quick.
You do not.
Yes, I do. I burn my ears. yeah.
God.
'Cause otherwise, I get whiskers, man.
You're a maniac.
Like I get whiskers. Like,
You could just get a little thing that just goes. Zzz.
yeah, but they don't work that good. I got one of those little things.
It don't work as good as fire.
Nothing as good as this fire, man. Fire fucking. It stinks real bad in the bathroom for a minute.
Hey, you guys.
Your bathroom's a fucking nightmare.
And that leads us into our new sponsor, Bic Lighters, for your ear and nose hair.
Got to be careful. What I like to do is like to slick my hair down a little bit wet first because you don't want to set your hair on fire. You don't want to get a little fire going and
Yeah,
set
you
your
learned
head
that the
on
hard
fire.
way?
Yeah. I almost had a
Yeah.
little flare up a couple times. I'm like, woo. So you gotta put some water on it and slick it down, and then do your ears a little bit. Man, have you seen my ears though? Like I get whiskers. Like I could walk down a hallway like a cat and like feel the walls with these
Yeah.
fucking whiskers sticking out. They don't.
Feel things
So,
vibrating.
so like
God,
if
dude.
so if somebody were to pull your ear hairs, it would set off your equilibrium. You
Yeah,
wouldn't be
remember
able
when
to-
It's just Will's fucking walking sideways for a while.
Remember when we went to Little Rock and we were driving down there and you were like, you made a comment about my ear hair?
Did I? Oh, I must have been really looking.
Oh man.
You can't
And
tell him
then-
shit like that. You know he's gonna burn himself. When
And
you
then-
fucking ring it.
and
Wow,
then-
what's wrong with your ear hair? He's like, fuck.
Will, are you
And then
self-harming?
On the way home from Little Rock, I had fucking razor scrapes on my ear. Like I nicked that shit, and you were like, "Did you cut your ear shaving?" And I was like, "Shut up, yeah."
Oh my god.
Did that really happen?
Well, you see how your chin is? You see you got that little like
Yeah,
like-
I need to shave.
you
It's
got
really
that like
bad.
15-year-old pubes on your
Yeah, I need to
chin.
shave.
That's what my ears look like. It's like my ears are like a 15-year-old young man's chin,
Peach fuzz.
which is like your
peach
facial hair.
fuzz.
Yeah, right.
I've noticed that it's getting faster now.
My ears are low T like your ear, like your chin,
I need to shave it more often.
because you're growing up. You're getting a little. The testosterone drip is increasing. You're
Is
about
that
to,
is that?
you're
I
about to
always
hit
thought that
your-
was a myth. That like the more you shave, the more you have to.
That
shave.
is that is a myth.
That is a myth. It's not that it's because I shave it more. It's just it's producing faster.
Yeah.
Because like it used
Hitting
to
more
be.
puberty?
Yeah, I'm getting more puberty now.
There's no hope for me. I've plateaued.
I am a rich broomer, and it used to be like if I shaved, I was good for like pretty much like a month,
Oh wow.
like a month, and now this is like it's been a week or 2 weeks maybe I think, and now it's like time to really shave it. 'Cause
I've
it's
always got a
bad.
5 o'clock shadow at like noon.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, you're a cowboy.
yeah, like just it's dark hair and a pale skin, and it's thick. And so like I remember in the Marine Corps one time I would shave against the grain to try and get that extra little bit closer shave.
I always do that. Yeah,
And like
that's got to be harder for you, right?
what do you mean?
Because there's more hair.
There's just a lot of grain. It like fucking hurts.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah.
lot of grain. So is it harder whenever you go? Because I'm
Yeah.
always against.
Now
the grain,
I
but
go with
just
the
have
grain.
this.
Like I don't shave anymore, but when I go with the grain because you get pretty damn close with the grain. You don't irritate your skin so bad. But,
I go with and then I go against after the fact.
ooh yeah, that's
So like you knock down that first layer and then you take another pass at it.
But I did a funeral. Like me and these other guys had to wear.
Is this what men used to talk about? I feel like we're having a really manly
Yeah.
conversation right
This
now. We're
is
talking
nice.
about shaving. What?
And then we were in the newspaper. And
You were in the funeral.
I was in a funeral detail wearing my Just Blues, and the photographer took a picture of us, and like that sun hit my face, and the commanding officer saw the picture in the paper, and he's like, "Who's the Marine with a beard?"
Oh no.
It's like, "Oh, that's O'Donnell. He's got a dark beard." But it's like I fucking shaved 3 hours before that. But that's just like my hair's so dark, my skin's so pale.
You ever see
Sorry,
those?
sir. Sorry, I have a lot of
I got
testosterone,
so
sir.
much fucking, yeah. There's so much man coming out of my face.
Is the you ever see those people that do like voluntary like shit like that? Like they do voluntary boot camp, you know what I mean? Or they do like you know there'll be these guys that were ex SEALs, and then they do these training programs.
Sure,
with
they put them like
these-
through a day of bugs or whatever.
right, like a week or something.
Yeah.
and these
They
guys
sexually
are just
molest them.
yeah.
I feel like that's setting people that like
They,
that's gonna be abused.
emotionally molest these people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't want to give anybody that power over me. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like unless it's
No.
like like the military is one thing because it's a professional, but like hey, come out to our seminar and let us yell at you for a week. It's like go fuck yourself. Like
That's
not
weird,
worth,
right?
That's not worth losing 3 pounds or whatever. Like you know what I mean? It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some like house mom who's like trying to
People
get
love
into
that
shape.
shit. Yeah,
but she
they
won't
love
do
a boot
Zumba.
camp. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should start doing that for money. You know, I'll just yell at some.
Yelling at people.
Give me a whole harem like a women to yell
What
at.
a good gig for them though, because like most people who get out of the SEALs or whatever.
Why'd you say harem?
Because I'm gonna have sex with.
I'm gonna get you into fucking shape.
That's right. Quite literally.
I'm gonna get you into sex shape, all right?
Right.
Because that's the thing. People that are coming in, they're not gonna be the
You got to
people
work
that
on your
you
core
see.
and you got to work on your cardio because we are gonna fucking sweat.
Lesson 1, here's what you want to look like. And he just pulls up his Instagram and he's just like, you want to look like these ladies here. But it's going to be a bunch of like, Midwest moms. They're coming in.
I feel like I could make good money at that.
Yeah.
And it could go on for a while before the sex scandal. Like,
Yeah, before you got caught.
yeah. It could go on for like I could have a lot of fun before.
Just make sure you don't make all the clout. Don't get them branded or whatever like the people in LA did.
Yeah, no tattoos or anything like
yeah.
that.
no evidence.
But you can fuck them though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to stop me.
Oh yeah, that's the main.
I know.
Fuck them.
Didn't need your permission. I was gonna.
There was some yoga guy that was the deal, right? Yeah, man.
I think most cult leaders end up fucking everybody. Like
That's
really
always the
main
thing they
focus.
go to.
It's pretty great.
It's kind of the main benefit of starting a cult, though. Like, if I was going to start a cult, it better lead to like lots of sex with lots of my cult members, or like, what are we even doing out here? You know?
Creating a utopia.
Yeah, in a utopia where I'm the leader.
Yeah.
And I get to...
It's a very small circle of utopia. Like, fucking 3 feet around me, perfect. It's heaven around in a 3-foot radius around me.
I'm more like Poon-topia.
Oh, God. Nice.
It kind of sounds like a fucking, like a smutty Zootopia remake.
Oh, that'd be a great porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that thick-ass bunny.
That sloth is like jerking someone off really slow.
Please!
Man, dude, there was something I was going to tell you guys before the podcast, right? And then I said, let's save it for the podcast.
Yep.
And I fucking
All
completely
gone.
forgot what
Yeah.
it is. I completely forgot.
That's what this heavy drinking is doing to your brain.
It's not doing, it's not good.
In between bouts of smoking yourself stupid. These fucking binge drinking nights.
Yeah, dude, he's going to set you straight when you do his boot camp. He's going to fucking beat that out of you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right, dude. You're not doing shit to
You
me.
got like 2 brain cells barely hanging on.
They're having a good time, though. They're chilling. They're playing
Yeah.
Frisbee. They're listening to fucking, who are those guys? They're listening to Sugar Ray in my head.
Yeah, okay.
My 2 brain cells
I
are...
got bird in the sky, I'm so high.
They're so chill, man.
Every now and again, they're like, whoa, what did he say? Oh, fuck. Were you not listening?
I wasn't listening.
Oh, fuck.
Fly up, fly up, fly up so high.
Yeah, dude, somebody's supposed to be driving this shit, man. I was playing I'll Be Gone to November for my lady.
Ooh.
Yeah, to
That's
make
a
her
good song,
understand.
dude.
Yeah. Why, oh, why? Yeah.
Wyclef.
Wyclef Jean, dude. Jean.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jean.
You know Bob Dylan's on the video? Have you seen the video?
Mm-mm.
Watch the video. Wyclef's sitting there in the airport with his guitar singing, and all of a sudden Bob Dylan's sitting next to him.
For what?
It just shows up, dude. Because in the song, he says Bob Dylan, right? Doesn't he say? Just like Bob Dylan? Maybe not. Or I'm thinking of a different song.
Probably. That's a different
That
Wyclef
would be
Jean song.
absurd if he says Bob Dylan in another song, and it's this one that...
No, I mean,
Dylan
I hope I want to make sure I'm not thinking of another song, because there's another song, Mr. Jones, right? Mr. Jones, he says Bob Dylan, but I do know for a fact that Bob Dylan's in the video.
Maybe he said his name 3 times, and he just showed up in the middle of the music video.
If you just play the harmonica in a mirror, Bob Dylan shows up.
The light flicker.
Dude, this is the only podcast with that has an ongoing just Bob Dylan jokes. Throughout.
Yeah, for no reason.
Like,
We're producing a lot.
We can't go 10 episodes without making a Bob Dylan riff.
Here he is.
Yeah, that's not. Is that Gone Till November?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, that's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. That is not the same song. All right, dude, we're gonna get fucking kicked off YouTube.
Because I'm
Stop.
knocking on heaven's door like Bob Dylan. That's the line.
Right. That's not the same song.
How old
That's
is
a
that
completely
song? He
different
thought Bob
song.
Dylan was going to die then?
Yeah. That's the name of
It's
that. He made
25
that
years ago.
song.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, fucking no.
Use this fucking
No, I
guy.
don't
He
give
didn't
a
even
fuck
get
about
the.
old music.
He didn't even get the reference.
He wrote that song?
He wrote that song. Yeah.
Man.
Who'd you think wrote it?
Fucking name. The fucking
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Knocking out heaven's door. Hi, 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 yeah. Dude, that's honestly, they did do it better than Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they did.
Most Bob Dylan covers are better.
Dude, you got to do it like you're getting crushed by a steam.
Like your eyes are fucking popping out of your head.
Peak Axl Rose could
Yeah.
fucking belt it out, man.
Oh, that shit was my favorite whenever I was a kid, man.
He probably doesn't remember a single
Yeah.
one of those shows, huh?
I don't know.
'Cause they were ripped
I
all
hope
the
he.
time,
Do you think
right?
he remembers the riot? What was that riot about in St. Louis?
I don't even know what actually caused it. It was just too fucking sick.
I can't remember the story. Yeah, it was like they didn't want photography. They were like, no photography allowed at the show. And then some guy takes a picture and Axl jumped into the crowd to like punch him.
Wow,
And the
really?
crowd lost their minds and it just like it ended up being a riot. And then like, or I guess Guns N' Roses got mad and were like, we're not playing, and then the people rioted.
During the band's performance of Rocket Queen, singer Axl Rose in the middle of the chorus pointed out a fan who was taking still pictures of the show, saying, "Hey, take that. Now get that guy and take that." With security unable to confront the person, Rose decided to confiscate the camera himself, saying, "I'll take it, goddammit," and then jumped into the audience and tackled the person. After taking the camera, striking members of the audience and the security team and being pulled out of the audience by crew members, Rose grabbed his microphone and said, "Well, thanks to the lame-ass security, I'm going home." Yep.
And the security's like, what? Because now they have to deal with it.
Do who what now?
I said, now the security's like, wait, you're doing what?
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
And people like rioted and tore the seats up and shit, right?
Yeah, they went out of the street and did shit. Right?
I don't know. I remember, though, that their next album came out, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, and in the liner notes it said, "Fuck St. Louis."
No way.
Nice.
For real. Yeah. It was just like, you remember the liner notes? It'd just be a whole page. Thank you, Aaron Porter. Thank you, Ronaldo Mercado. Thank you, Illinois. And then it just in there, it said, "Fuck you, St. Louis." And this was like before internet, before you've learned about things. I remember having that album. It just came out. My buddy Jeffrey Schwinner got it for Christmas. And I was reading the liner notes because I used to get a CD and read the liner notes.
Yeah.
And I found "Fuck You, St. Louis." And then like weeks
Without
later,
knowing what it was?
right? I just saw. I was like, "Hey, look at this! Look, it's in here." And we were like, "Oh wow!" And then like a week or two later, you started hearing about it on the news.
Yeah, it says "Fuck you, St. Louis."
Yeah.
Yeah. The band did not play. So this happened in 1991. They didn't play again until 2017.
Wow. Wait a minute. What happened? That riot happened in 1991, and then they didn't play St. Louis again until 2017.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, they didn't come back to St. Louis for a long time.
Yeah. Well, according to the Rolling Stone, they had been banned from playing in St. Louis because of the incident. So,
oh, they weren't allowed to.
I guess not. Yeah, dude. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's whatever. It's kind of what you want from them, right?
It's pretty rock and roll.
Yeah, it's very rock and roll.
Yeah. Axl's unpredictable. He's gonna do some wild shit.
Yeah. Jumping in. I don't understand. It is funny to blame it on the security.
But how pissed would you be if like you were all pumped up to see Guns N' Roses and they played 10 minutes and they were like, "Fuck, the security sucks."
Well, they played 15 songs because I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Damn, yeah, that's crazy." But it said that there were 15 songs in. I'm like, "Well, they got a pretty good amount of show."
Yeah, that's a pretty good show.
That's a good show.
They were about to be too drunk to finish anyway.
They had already played November Rain. That's 12 minutes right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a good show.
Yeah, I don't know what he wanted the security to do. Just let him get ripped apart by an angry crowd.
I actually just saw this happen in where was it? Jakarta, I think. I think it was in Jakarta. Bring Me the Horizon was playing, and they were like 5 songs in, and they had to they canceled the show, and everybody is just like throwing shit at the stage, like the organizer. You know what I mean? Like the guy, because these bands, the reason they play these like weird like off countries like that, or because there's some guy who's the only huge Bring Me the Horizon fan there that has like some influence in the community, and he's like brings them in. He's like, "We will pay you this much. We want you to come to our little country," or whatever, Well, I don't know. I mean, Jakarta's not little, but whatever, you get it. It's kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah,
There's
not
many
a
people.
typical world tour.
Exactly.
It's a long flight.
Yeah. And so this guy is just like Jakartan dude comes out there wearing like some
Suicide
metal
Season
shirt.
t-shirt,
Yes,
and a fucking woman holding their intestines.
Exactly. He's like, "Guys, we gotta cancel," but in their fun language, and he's like, "Oh, the show's over, sorry," and then they're just throwing shit at him from the audience.
Yeah. They made him go out and do it.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, they're like, "Hey, sorry, we gotta get off," and then he was like trying to explain like, "Yo, everybody chill," and then just like they went over the barricade and just everybody's on stage, like because and all their stage props are still set up, these big giant elevated platforms, and there's just all these people climbing all over the place. But apparently it was because like it's Jakarta. They're not ready for Bring Me the Horizon, so like some guys they paid 15 cents, put the fucking stage and everything together.
It's just taped together. It's
Exactly.
like, I'm not standing on that.
Well, yeah, they were playing, and then they got the news like, "Hey, everything's shaking where it's not supposed to be. Like everything is moving. Something bad could happen."
I'm pretty sure the drum set is sliding backwards as I'm playing.
Yeah,
There's no rails.
Just rattling himself off the stage.
yeah, for real. So that's that kind of shit still happens, Dude, I'm reading that book, The Comedians.
Yeah.
Cliff
Nesteroff, The
You have
Comedians.
that. You have the book, don't you?
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, you do. What a name, Cliff Nesteroff. But he was talking about this is vaudeville days, and back in the days of vaudeville, they would just have like signs that were like that's how they introduced the acts, and that's how you knew who's coming. It was just big wooden signs, and they had one that was sitting up high, and the performer was in between shows and went and stepped outside, and I think it was like smoking. And as he was standing outside, the big giant sign fell, landed on top of him, crushed his head, dude, crushed his skull. The sign had his name on it.
Damn.
He was crushed by his own marquee.
Yeah.
That's meaningful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's pretty inescapable poetic justice.
You can't just be like, everything in the universe is random. It's like, is it though? Yeah. All just coincidence?
Yeah.
Because the sign fell on the guy. It's kind of like, I think it's
I'm pretty
winking
sure
at
that's
us.
God right there.
Yeah.
God just happened.
Pretty sure the simulation is kind of giving us a wink every now and then.
Yeah.
Like
He was worshiping his own name as a golden idol, and God was like, all right,
yeah.
go ahead, go out there.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, you're pretty full of yourself,
Pretty
huh?
fun, right?
He was being edgy on stage, and God was like, no.
Yeah, you're done.
He was the
was
the
like-
first guy to be like, how can you be a Christian in
Yeah, God is pro cancel culture. He's like, canceled.
Yeah, because that guy, he was kind of just minding his own business. He was doing his act. He went outside, comedian, smoking a cigarette, wearing his blackface like normal. You know what I mean? Just like normal vaudevillians, and then just gets crushed. Bob
They
Hope did.
went to recover his remains, and were like, we don't know this black guy.
Bob Hope did blackface.
I have heard this. Yeah.
Bob Hope did blackface, and then one night he was like rushing to get on stage.
Was it Bob Hope? Is that the story?
It was Bob Hope, I think it was. Yeah, and then he went out there. I could be totally wrong.
It's
but
not Bob Hope. It's somebody else.
It's got.
It's a good story, though.
I think it was Bob Hope.
One of those
Anyways,
old timey guys. called
Old TV
comedians.
guys, yeah.
he was running on to stage, and he was rushing. He
He
didn't
was
have
late.
time. He was late. He didn't have time to put his blackface on, and then he went out there and crushed. And his agent or manager was like, "Hey, your facial expressions are really good."
It's like, never wear that paint again.
Yeah, they
It's like,
never
the paint just made it
considered.
all go away. Right.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, yeah. It was, who was that? It wasn't,
Dude, it could have been like, I think it was Bob Hope.
it was one of those
or
early TV guys.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, it was one of those early TV guys. That's a good book, though.
That is crazy. You don't realize it's a whole element of comedy that they weren't even thinking about because they were just doing the fucking shoe polish thing that everybody does.
Yeah, think about how that would just mute all your facial expressions. It
Yeah.
would just make them all disappear.
Yeah.
Keep vamping.
Have you got to the part yet where the guy gets killed or gets threatened by the mob?
Dude, when they
Yeah,
start,
stool
dude,
pigeon,
when
OG
you-
stool pigeon.
When you start working those clubs, you are working for the mob,
Yeah.
dude.
Every nightclub in America is owned by the mob. Every single one. And so every venue you
Dude,
play
so-
in,
yeah, go
you're
ahead.
playing at a mob-owned club.
Yeah.
And so if you do stand-up comedy in America in the 40s and 50s, you work for the mob, period. Just like if you're a singer. That's why, guys like Sinatra had so many mob ties. It's like he wasn't in the mob, but every place he performed was owned by the mob. And hey, come upstairs and have a drink. And he was friends with all those guys, And he's Italian, and they liked him, and they would they would help him out and stuff. Like if Frank Sinatra needed somebody beat up.
Yeah.
There's a joke in that book where he goes, the guy comes out to roast Frank Sinatra. He goes, Frank Sinatra saved my life one night. He goes, these 4 guys were kicking the crap out of me, and Frank Sinatra stepped out of the bushes and said, "That's enough, boys."
Yeah, that's Don Rickles.
I think it was Rickles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody knew Sinatra could have anyone he wanted, could have the shit kicked out of him.
Well,
Snap his
that's what
fingers.
they always said, that like there were multiple quotes from comedians going, they were really bad people, or no, they were vicious murderers and criminals, but they were great guys.
They were fun to hang out with.
They were
They
great.
liked
It
to
must
drink
have been
and
the
party.
best hang ever.
Dude, can you we don't even, it's kind of mind-blowing to think about it, but the United States of America used to be run by the mob.
And everything, dude. That's what I was
Everything
going
was
to
run by
say.
the mob.
Everything was mob.
And so, but
They built Las Vegas.
and it had its downside, obviously. Like you found an Italian laying in a sewer with a bullet through his head like once a week.
Hey, that's not so bad.
I mean,
But
come on.
What's bad about that?
I'm just bummed out there's
But,
only
like-
one a week.
Dude, it was the peak of American nightlife. Like, can you imagine how kick fucking
Well,
ass
you
the
know where that
bars and
come- you
clubs
know,
were?
the
Like,
reason
it was
that
no
was-
bullshit. It was like there's no we need the cops to show up, and so it's like no. this is owned by the mob.
Yeah, well, the reason
there's not going to be any trouble.
is because they
everyone's
were
going to have a
running-
good time. If it gets out of hand, don't worry.
Yeah, they were running.
Yeah, like,
They were running the speakeasies.
everybody behaved themselves.
So it made
Yeah.
sense to go straight from the speakeasies into nightclubs because they
So
were doing the
crazy.
same thing, but it was legal now.
And they had the money to like invest in the club. It was like they were going to have killer jazz band playing, just fucking killing, right? Everybody's wearing tuxes and suits. Everybody's dressed up. Everybody's smoking cigarettes constantly. Just chain smoking cigarettes, drinking whiskey.
That's where roasting came from.
Just fucking.
That's where like crowd work and making fun of the audience came from because guys were doing vaudeville and they were only doing 8 to 18 minutes, and then once nightclubs came around, you had to do 45 minutes, and a lot of these guys didn't have acts that were 45 minutes long, so they would start making fun of the audience, but they would fuck up and make fun of the wrong guy, and then you end up like that one dude in the book that like what they took him
Table 17 wants to see you.
You got his face all cut up.
They
Stabbed him in the face with a fork.
well, no, that was one stabbed him in the face with a
Oh
fork.
yeah, and then the other guy had performed at the wrong club by the rival mob.
That's what it was. He went to the wrong club. Yeah,
They're like, you work at our clubs, and then he was like, I'm going to take this gig across town.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a gig.
And that's where that comes from, dude. The old school like comedy club bookers like going like, don't work. If you work this club, you can't work any club within this area. That's mob shit.
Now,
dude.
you just like don't get work. But back then, 3 goons showed up at your house.
Yeah.
Cut your tongue almost out of your mouth. It was hanging by a thread. And
That's what they said,
Cut
yeah.
him They cut him straight up Joker style.
Yeah.
Cut his face up.
But then he didn't snitch.
Left him for dead, and he never. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, and then they were like, he's a good guy.
Hey, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Damn. He was funny.
Yeah, I don't know who that comic was, but yeah, that was when blackface stopped.
We'll think of it later and put it up.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah. Imagine how much better like Lavelle Crawford's facial expression would be if he took his blackface off.
That guy, very good, very good, very good. That guy was Jules Padell. He was one of the owners of the Comedy Cabana. Jules Padell, and he was
The Comedy Cabana.
The Comedy Cabana. He was one of the. It was like him and Frank Costello. They ran it, and he was like a club booker. Like he was what you think of as a booker now. Like there's some bookers that you meet, and you're like, oh fuck, this is kind of like the type of guy. Like there's just always this kind of guy has to run a club because it's just what they're like. So, comedian gets paid. They give him his check for the weekend. He goes up to Jules. He goes up to Padell, and he goes. They had always said, "Don't talk to him. He's not a nice fucking guy. Don't speak to him all weekend. Just show up, do your job. Don't worry about him. You know, just if you stay out of his way, it's for the best." And then he all weekend doesn't say anything to him. He gets paid, gets his check, goes over to him, and he goes, "Excuse me, Mr. Padell. I was wondering if there's any way that you could cash this." He goes, "Do I look like a fucking bank?
Oh, God.
You think this is a fucking bank? I'm a nightclub. I take money from people."
Oh, my God.
And then he looked at the bartender and goes, "Cash his check." That's classic shit, dude. I was like, dude, that's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I've met that guy before.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like every club owner that I've met is like that.
That's awesome.
You know?
That's that just immediately puts you in your place, but
also,
yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly not that much. I'm sitting here anyway.
Yeah, man, that shit is fucking.
There's
all that shit's
something
interesting.
so scary about the mob guy, like tapping you on the ass and sending you on your way. It's like, hey, take care of him, give him some milk, and then like walking away, like he could have killed me. Just
Exactly,
then. He could have fucking shot me right then.
And then you felt good.
He could
You're
have just said, "Hey, kill him," and like he would have done that too.
And you're like, oh no, he likes me.
It must have been crazy, right? Because you're a performer, and as long as you do your job, it's gonna be fine. They're gonna invite you over to the table. Hey, sit down, and have a drink with us. Hey, this is Jackie 2 Times. How you doing? This is Billy Shave Nose or whatever.
Yeah,
Really shaved nose.
And you're like, oh, hey guys, and it's all cool. Everything's fine. Everyone's having a good time. But you don't know, it's like, oh, these guys are fucking murderers. Like, all these guys have shot people in the back of the head multiple times. We're all just having, everything's going to be fine, but everyone's going to behave themselves.
As long as you don't cross them.
Right.
Yeah.
Just don't. It
That's the
seems
deal.
pretty easy.
It's all about loyalty, right? It's just be loyal.
Yeah.
And don't keep your mouth shut.
Imagine
about
how
the
many
things
open
you see.
micers would be dead if the mob
Oh
still ran clubs.
yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
What the fuck did you just say?
Oh man.
Excuse me. I heard you had a joke that was against Columbus Day.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Mr. Gambino would like to speak with you.
Did you know that?
Yeah, he wants to talk about indigenous peoples or whatever the fuck you're
Mr.
talking about.
Gambino, you wanted to see me about my joke? My family came to this country 117 years ago. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, but you see, like in comedy, you're actually supposed to try to punch up. It was just to be quiet.
Let's just break their kneecaps.
Yeah.
Oh man, just imagine showing up to the mob shows up to the comic book store. And it just shoots it up. You know a comedian invented the Bloody Mary?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, George Jessel, comedian.
I think there's a lot of questions about who actually invented the Bloody
There are
Mary,
a lot of questions, but
there's like a bar in like every major city. That, like in Paris, there's Harry's Bar, and they claim that they invented.
no,
the
it was
Bloody
George
Mary as
Jessel.
well. Okay,
They're wrong. Harry's a fucking liar. George Jessel was trying to come up with remedy for a hangover. He came up with the Bloody Mary, and here's what's fun. He named it after Ted Healy's girlfriend, and Healy found out about it. He's like, "What are you doing, taking a pass at my girl, huh?" And then he tried to shoot him in the face. Tried to shoot him in the face, but like he fucking dodged it, and it just like went off like by his ear, and he just
Is he
like
just
was
deaf forever?
for a couple days. Yeah.
And then he tried, and he was like, "This needs Clamato."
Yeah,
And he
man.
invented the Bloody Caesar.
It's very interesting to see like where stand up came from, you know.
Yeah,
And what
entertainment.
comedians were,
It's
yeah.
just like entertainment is just a way to distract people for a little bit.
Yeah, and they would
while
go,
other shit was going on.
They would go up and like do jokes like in between music acts and stuff too. Like, hey, before we bring the next band up here, what do you think about what's in the news today? You know, isn't that? Yeah. That was how white guys talked in the 40s.
Yeah.
Tore out their mustache.
Frank Fay was the very first MC. Frank Fay was this was when they were they started moving vaudeville into like big theaters and stuff like that. And this was like right in the transition period from when like vaudeville was starting to die and radio was starting to take over. Dude, there were people that like, because we've done shows in front of 10 people, but when vaudeville was starting to die, people were going out there and doing shows for 15 people in 1,200 seat theaters.
Oh, crazy! Yeah,
Yeah.
because vaudeville at its peak was super lucrative, and they built all these amazing.
There was no
theaters.
radio.
Yeah, they built all these amazing theaters, like the Fox Theater in St. Louis. Like they built that was a vaudeville
Orpheum.
theater. Yeah, they built these old theaters, and then they went into disrepair. And a lot of them got saved, you know. But like, yeah, can you imagine like people would pack into those to watch some vaudeville shit, and it would be no air conditioning. People would just be smelling like bo.
Yeah, there were some places where like once summer hit,
Thick wool
the season,
shirts.
they wouldn't do it because it was so hot.
Just people. I can't even imagine.
The blackface would run off your face.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
you
People
broke
with
the illusion.
Yeah, people with props out there.
You had enough
know?
money to like get a hot dog on the street and watch a show. There's a place to go hang out for a couple hours and watch a show. It's probably like 10 cents or something. You go in there and watch some people do some vaudeville shit. Watch some
I
guy
was
in
thinking about,
blackface
like-
come out and do I'm an African American, except he would say,
No. That's not at that time.
this was later. Yeah, it was a little more sophisticated than I'm an African American.
They would when it first started, for sure they were going out there with watermelon and like
Yeah.
dude. Actually, literally, it started with like premature black babies. And then this guy was just going on the road with these incubator babies, and you're like, "Hey, look at these freaks!" I swear to God.
What,
I swear to God.
Like dried? Like what do you mean like premature babies?
They were like young, like I think they were just babies that were like tiny. You know,
Just bought
and, like,
bought them from a hospital for 15 cents.
Yeah,
And was like,
yeah.
I could make some money off of those.
It was like, anyway, isn't that neat? And then you just like throw it. Have me something else to show these people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you would see fat ladies.
Oh yeah.
Like that's like fat ladies were a novelty.
Can you imagine in America where fat ladies were a novelty? That's so crazy, dude. All the women were walking around just stringy, just skinny, barely getting enough calories. People were just working 14-hour days and eating a can of beans. And then they'd go to the fucking vaudeville and they bring out a fat lady. Everybody's like, holy shit! Wow!
So whenever they were going into theaters, they would need like I said, they would only have signs that would be like, "This is your next act," or "This is what you're seeing now." Frank Fay became an MC and was like very quick-witted, and he was the first guy that would introduce comedians and then get them off stage, and then if somebody was bombing, then he would bring the crowd back up. If it was going well, he would keep the show rolling. But he was kind of like a smartass. Like I said, he had a quick wit. He would make fun of the audience and stuff like that. And I don't remember who it was. Some other comedian came up to him and like was like, "I challenge you to a battle of wits." See, and then Frank Fay is like, "I would never battle an unarmed man."
Oh,
and it's like, dude, crushed him.
Fadeaway jumpers,
dude. Where's the all black wave to go? Whoa!
Oh! Guy puts on blackface just to stand up and run out of the room laughing.
Yeah, man, it's fun stuff.
Unreal.
A lot of cool history. That's it. We're a comedy history podcast
Yeah,
now.
that's our whole thing.
So that's what I've been getting up to. What have you guys been doing?
Fucking read. I don't like you reading.
Why?
I don't know.
Because I remember stuff and write down notes.
Yeah, I don't like you arming yourself with knowledge.
Knowledge is power, man.
Yeah, you don't need no power.
But here's the thing: it all just goes sometimes it just goes in and out.
Sure.
In one ear out the other.
Did you start reading that fucking dumb book you sent over, or did you just get that?
No, wasn't that fun? Isn't that a fun book?
Fun?
How to unlock your 5D self. How to transform in other dimensions.
By Dan St. Germain, dude.
I'll try to look that up. I'll try to find that. I'll try to read it. It's not going to make any sense.
Oh, wait. Was that not a picture of you holding the book?
No, I was at Barnes & Noble today.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had that.
No, I was at Barnes & Noble taking pictures of pages of books.
Stealing. I think that's stealing.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, man. Fun weekend.
Yeah, how was NC, dude?
Yeah, you were in North Carolina.
Super fun.
I was
Raleigh.
hanging out with a guy from North Carolina while you were in North Carolina.
Yeah, Raleigh Improv. It was cool. Big club, nice. Big 500-seat club. It's like the second biggest club in the country or something. I don't know. It's huge. It's nice. Then I went across town and did that Good Night show, which was cool. The host is a guy.
Someone tried to break his legs.
Yeah. You hit 2 clubs in one night?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I can get away with it. You know what I mean? Because they're not mob-owned anymore.
Yeah.
So.
We just
Were you
got beating
doing-
the fuck out of Will.
You did, it was like a veteran show or something?
It was a all veteran show on Veterans Day. And the host, Tyler Wood, was like, "Hey, I can get you on it if you want." I'm like, "Hell yeah." So then he gave me a ride down there, and Tyler Wood, he's a cool guy. He was wearing a Texas Pete t-shirt, and I didn't realize that he was wearing a Texas Pete t-shirt. And we were walking into Good Nights, and some like kind of homeless looking guy was coming out. Maybe he wasn't homeless, but he was riding a bicycle. He's a little rough looking. He was coming out of one of the stores, and he pulled a jar of Texas Pete out of his pocket, and it was half full. And I didn't realize that there's he just goes, "What do you know about that extra hot?" And I thought that was the weirdest thing that anyone's ever said. I was like, "Was that?" And then Tyler was like, "Yeah, my shirt." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's so funny.
I thought he was just making like a sexual pass.
Yeah,
What do you know about that extra hot? And he showed it. You know what I mean? He was like he flashed it at us.
Yeah, you pull your own dick out through your own pocket.
What do you know about that extra hard?
You see that extra hard?
Was it like a middle of the day show?
Yeah, 3 in the afternoon.
They did one of those here too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. At
It
Helium.
ended up being super fun.
Yeah. Sounds like I guess all those clubs ended up doing that.
Oh,
I was at
that room rules. The Good Nights,
yeah,
great layout.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I've seen
You
some
walk down
pictures
into
of
a
it.
basement,
Yeah.
like you walk off the street down into a basement, and then it's like low ceiling, perfect layout, about 250.
the old
seats.
Good Nights used to be 3 floors. And the main room was in the middle. Then they had a basement where they would do like some basement shows, and then upstairs was like their side room. And apparently, if you were like upstairs in the side room and Donnell Rawlings was in the middle room, you just like the whole floor would
just feel it
vibrate. It was like a Bring Me the Horizon concert in Jakarta.
This is unsafe.
I love the side room at Good Nights. It was super small.
It's just a brick wall, right?
It's just a brick wall. They said they could get 75 people in there, but they would be like
You
fucking
just go
shoulder to
look at
shoulder.
it?
Yeah, I just went there and hung out. Stood on the little stage. Stage is like 6 feet by 6 feet square.
Nice.
And
Like
Tyler's like, only downside is the stage isn't big. I'm like,
What do you need a big
that's
stage
5
for?
times more space than I need.
For real?
I need
Yeah.
18 inches left and right.
Stand up comedian.
Yeah, it's good.
Stand
It's like,
there.
oh, good. I don't have to feel like I'm wasting it.
Frank Fay, man.
You
Be
could
Frank
shoot,
Fay.
you could shoot like your special in there. I feel like if you could get 50 people to show up, you could murder in that fucking room.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool. I liked it.
Nice, man. Yeah, I was at Helium. Fucking David Lucas headlining. Jeff Ross drops in on Saturday night. That was crazy, dude.
Yeah,
that was crazy meeting Jeff Ross. Fucking what a nice, sweet, humble guy. Oh my god, man. Was fucking great. He was so nice.
Yeah,
Just got to
yeah.
talk to him about
That's
his
awesome.
show. Just his one-man show, you know? He's fucking...
I saw pictures of his suit, dude. He's all splattered. Did you see that suit that he did?
It's an old banana.
Yeah. I just hadn't seen the suit yet, and I was like, that's fucking great.
He wears a suit that's yellow with brown spots, and it looks like a banana.
Okay.
He had some guy with him. I don't know if it's like his tour manager or something, but he had like a guy with him, like a young dude with long black hair wearing glasses.
Yeah, it's his lover.
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
And his tie, it's his lover. His tie was just he just had a bunch of bananas on his tie. I was like, dude, they have a theme.
You
So
guys, synergy.
yeah. So he dropped in on the Saturday show, and then him and David Lucas are on stage together, and they roasted some guy so hard he started puking.
Whoa.
Dude. Yeah, that's power.
Yeah.
That's fucking power.
Was
dude.
he just like laughing himself into dry heaving, or
No, he was just like, just sitting there. It just looked like he was dying.
Yeah.
And
I've been pre-puke before. You're like, please stop talking to me.
And they're just like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? And they're like, dude, are you all right? They're like, are you about to die?
He's
like,
just swallowing that saliva and be like, I'm gonna be okay.
I know.
I'm gonna be okay.
And he wasn't answering, wasn't responding. Like, dude, get out of here. They're like, fucking leave, go to the bathroom. So he's like stumbling to like get out, and Jeff Ross is serenading him as he's like trying to get out. He makes it through the chairs on the floor, and then he gets to the aisle. And when he gets to the aisle, just yarfed right there. And then he kept walking. He made it like 10 more yards. Just blah.
No, he spread it around.
He puked in there like 3 times. Yeah, it was crazy.
In the showroom?
Yeah, in the
Fill
showroom.
the room up. Was that gross?
The smell?
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
That was, you can't really,
nothing you can do about that.
the show was over after
Yeah.
that was it. Because it was like right towards the end.
Yeah,
and
how
it
do you
was just
top that?
nice little bow.
Yeah.
Nice little bow right on top.
Fuck's sake. That's incredible.
That was amazing, man. Yeah, and then and then Saturday, that was it. So yeah, that same night, then we did the after party at Flyover. We went to the after party at Flyover, and Jeff Ross came, and David
Everybody
came.
from
Shane
both clubs came out.
Torres,
Oh, nice.
Fucking
Kurt Metzger was
came
there
out too.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was a great, cool, fun hang. And then we came back here, stayed here till 5 in the
morning.
morning. That was a night.
Not good.
That was fun. We were
Yeah,
here, dude.
it was fucking obliterated.
Megan made music magic in here.
Yeah.
Aaron has a recording booth in his closet, so she was just laying down sick
Yeah.
vocals on
I'm
a track.
Shit hammered, and I somehow set it up so she could record over a song that I recorded like forever ago. And I took it, I like produced the vocals, like compressed it all to try to make it sound good, and played it back. Did some editing.
It was really good.
We
It
were
came out
fucking dying laughing.
really good.
I don't know that we could have.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Sarah's sitting in this seat. I mean, my guitar is sitting here. She's laying on it, like
Crying,
leaning against it.
laughing,
And I'm
yeah.
like, Sarah, you're on my guitar. She goes, I don't care.
I'm on the verge of passing out on this couch, dude. And
You unscrewed that mic stand. You unscrewed that at some point, just like tossed it to the side. You're like, I'm sick of this being here.
yeah, and then
We'll go back to handheld mics if that's what you truly want.
I like it. I miss the handheld mics.
Yeah, we can
dude.
go back. I don't give a fuck.
The
drunk you exposed your true feelings about the mic.
Oh, these are fun. I mean, these are
Connectors.
fun. Well, you know how I felt about it.
Yeah,
from
but
the beginning.
I thought you'd moved on.
Nope. I you know. I hadn't seen 5 o'clock in.
Been a while.
When was the last time you seen 5 o'clock, Will?
I ain't doing that shit. I don't even see 2 o'clock. You know, I'm in
Yeah,
bed.
you barely made 2 o'clock when we were in Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to
I
sleep.
don't even think it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and like out in North Carolina, Dusty, we didn't even stay up and smoke cigars. He's off the cigars, so we just did shows and went to bed. It was great.
It was great, he says. Sure.
You sleep on the
you
left
know.
or the right side?
Oh, we snuggled.
Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah.
So I got home, went to bed at like 5:30 in the morning, and then I get a call. I'm like, nice, I don't have work tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking sleep in till like noon. You know, I'm gonna sleep till like noon, 1 o'clock, and then I get a call at 10:30 from some number that I don't know. I answer it. It's the electrician for my apartment because my electrician came, took out my old busted ceiling fan, and then just left the hole there because he didn't have another ceiling fan. So I just had like a hole in my ceiling, and then he like calls me at 10:30 on Sunday, and he goes, I can come fix fan? And I'm like, sure, dude, why not? And I'm like, okay, sure, come over. And he goes, okay, I'm outside. I'm like, it's like 10:30. I'm trying not to like puke. I was drinking rye at 5 a.m. and it's 10 o'clock. I'm trying not to puke on this fucking guy.
Yeah, he smells like pierogies, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's why I can't do it. No matter how late I stay out, I'll wake up by 9.
Really?
So if I go to sleep at 1 or I go to sleep at 5, I'm gonna wake up at 9.
Can't do it.
So that's why I can't sleep till noon.
No, I'm not even like, even if I do wake up early, I'm not functional till like 4 p.m. 4 p.m. was when I'm like, all right, we're good.
I get up, morning is very slow. Usually by the middle of the day, I've kind of come back a little bit, and I'm like, all right, we're doing all right, we're getting through it. And then late afternoon hits, and then I'm fucking tanked the rest of the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Tank is then getting drunk again.
Yeah, I'm getting fine. Well, yeah. I get up, have a Bloody Mary, get some sauce in me, and then that fades away around 4 o'clock, and then I'm just like nauseous.
Pour it on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't like. I do really get amped up later in the day.
Yeah,
and definitely at night too.
I slow way down. I go to sleep early usually.
I'm a different guy when I'm at work. I'm not the same person as when I'm out or when I'm like hanging. I'm not the same person. Like, there's a guy who knows that I do comedy at work. And he goes, so what? You go out and you just use all your juice at night and then you're just boring during the day? I'm like, exactly.
Yes.
Because he's like, is that why you suck at work? I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly why I suck
it's
at
because
work.
I'm thinking about my set while I should be cleaning shit.
Well, yeah, I'm just also just like, I'm not using the brain power for this. I'm using the brain power for other stuff.
Yeah. I woke up at 9:30 after flyover. And two straight days of getting obliterated. I woke up at 9:30. I couldn't go back to sleep because I was just like fucking. I couldn't remember things I'd said the night before, so I was just like, oh fuck, what did I do? I get the fucking hangover. One thing was
the anxiety.
Yes, one thing was kill. Do you remember we were walking around the improv shop and we were you were like showing David Lucas's team or whatever, like the 2 stages at the improv shop? You remember walking around?
Yeah, and then I broke their door.
yeah, I got stuck. Yeah. It's a weird door.
It's a weird door.
Yeah. But we were walking around and we were talking about the Sheldon, where Jeff did his show, and they were like, it seems kind of small. How big is it? And I think you asked me, you're like, I think it's like 600. And I was like, I think it's 750. I had no idea. I don't know. I just wanted to contribute. And then the next day I was like, they're going to look it up and find out I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up and it's 712. And I was like,
oh,
all
wow.
right, we're safe.
I didn't even know why I said 600. I don't know shit about the Sheldon.
Yeah, I don't either. I wanted, they asked
there.
a question. I was like, I have to answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next day, dude, I was like, dude, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Those were the boys, though.
Yeah,
those
they're
were the
some
homies.
cool dudes.
Yeah. It was great. Real fun stuff.
I get in my head about shit like that. You get so anxious about the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, damn. And the whole, I was like,
I'm such a fucking asshole. I can't believe I said that.
Yeah. The next day, I was like,
mad at me, and then you're like, wait, what?
I remember the next day I was thinking about like moments where I was just standing around the improv shop and I looked around and everybody was kind of talking in pairs. I was like, why does no one ever want to seek me out and talk to me? And I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, dude, the comedy festival thing can be weird sometimes.
Yeah. It does. I was talking to Sarah drunk about it and I was like, it does suck being there. Being around, we've talked about this before. Being around comics when you didn't go up is the fucking worst.
Yeah, or they just don't even.
Yeah.
Like, I swear I'm funny.
Yeah, please.
I'm funny.
I'll prove it.
I know I'm funny.
It's the fucking weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you're standing around and you did go up, but you just kind of had a mediocre set. Like maybe you didn't bomb, but it was just kind of mediocre.
That's even. I feel like that's sometimes.
Normally I'm funny. That was okay. I didn't bomb really though. Huh? Do you think I bombed?
Dude, I'm like, I don't belong. I'm like, I don't even. I'm not even. I'm not the same as you guys.
I should just leave.
I'm sorry I'm here. I'm sorry I did that to the show. Ooh, dude, Bobby J. Cox is never taking me on the road again.
What did you guys do?
Never. Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's never taking me on the road again. Sorry, Bobby. Dude, it was so bad. Oh, it was so bad.
We went and did that. I can't remember the name of the fucking place in the steakhouse with the bat sign.
Yeah.
Me and Bobby went and did that.
Yeah.
That was chaos. It was fucking, the most chaotic 20, 25 minutes I've ever done.
I would not call the show that I did there chaos. I would call it subdued.
So when did you go to Cleveland with Bobby?
This was this year sometime. I can't remember.
It didn't go well, huh?
I partied the night before, and then I had to drive Bobby, and then I drove the whole way. I drove the whole time, and Bobby was just rolling joints the whole time as well. And then we get there, and the guy we were staying with didn't know that he was going to be hosting us. So then like we're there, and we're like figuring it out, and then I'm like end up sleeping on the couch for a little bit before the show. And then we go do the show, and then they put up like a local guy who's been doing stand-up there in Cleveland for, I don't know, like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And he just
nothing but tight juice.
Brought the fucking house down. Like he was crowd working and making moments on stage. And then I went up after him and just ate my fucking dick, dude. It was just like not even close to being on the same level as that guy.
Yeah.
And
that's some old road dog stuff.
Yeah, it had to really suck. I mean, it really sucked. It was. I felt so bad for Bobby too, man, because I was like, dude, you fucking brought me on the road, and I just, yeah. So
there's two sides of the spectrum. You can go to some random city and get a host who's been doing it for fucking 5 months.
Yeah, I thought you were
Try
going
to
to say
take care of
bad.
it.
It's weird. Yeah, it's unusual that something's going to be good.
Well, it wasn't the host. They had a host, and then they had a guest spot, and
He was
then,
the guest spot.
and then they had another guest spot. And one of those guest spots was Raj. You know Raj Suresh? Yeah, it was him.
Oh, sure.
And he's a great comic. You know what I mean? So the host goes up. He does good. Oh no, there were three. There were 3 guest spots.
Oh, I'll see.
Well, now it's just getting a
It's a
little,
little
crowded.
unfair.
It's getting a little crowded. Yeah, that's what happens though. It's like, who are all these spots? It's like let's do the show. I could see why. I don't know.
Yeah, and then so he just did like a and he ran the light too. So he did like 10. He did 10, but 10 crushing.
Yeah.
And then I had to go
10 of the 3 hours he's developed over.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
you're the feature, but there's already been like 4 people on the show before you go up. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot. It's a lot for the headliner too. It's like headliner takes a stage and the crowd's already seen like an hour of comedy.
Yeah, Bobby's great in those moments though, because he's so fucking weird and does crazy shit.
Yeah.
And and that was another thing too. He wanted me to record for him, so I recorded for him. But then like I think my camera died like halfway through or something, dude. It was
Yeah, dude, your little guy's not designed for recording an hour.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. So, but hey, I promise I'm really good at comedy.
Yeah, dude, especially out of town. When we did Chicago and I ate my fucking dick in that Lincoln Lodge one, I was like, I got to get out of this building right now. I can't be around. I should be kicked out of here right now.
That's how I felt about the helium contest.
Yeah,
like I literally did leave.
Yeah,
I had to leave. Yeah,
You disappeared for a little bit.
Oh yeah, the whole show.
Because all I wanted to do was love and support you, and you ran away from me.
I was letting nobody in.
Yeah,
I did what I know how to do.
bitch, dude.
I fleed.
Yeah, you fleed.
Yeah, I fled.
Old book reading Ronnie.
No, dude. No, I fleed. I turned into the bass player for the Red Hot Chili
started
Peppers.
slapping
Yeah, I
them.
pulled my dick out.
You put a sock over your heroin dick and played the bass.
Yeah. What about you, Will? Have you ever bombed?
Never once.
No, it's never happened. I was thinking about the time I bombed. The time it's been, 3 years ago? I asked John Morgan to watch my set. And then...
It's always when it happens.
That's when it happened.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so rough. It was
Yeah,
so
that's
bad.
God dropping the marquee on you, dude. It's you expressing your hubris.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna want to see this. All right.
It was like my first feature set too. It was like not first ever, but it was like I hosted all week, and I was like, hey, the last night I want to feature. Hey, John, can you watch me? And then I just go up and just
He vouched for you, right? Didn't he say didn't he give you?
Not after watching that shit. He didn't vouch for anything.
Wait, you hosted all weekend and then you featured the last show?
Yeah.
How did that work?
Like the feature couldn't make it that last show, so I just bumped up.
I got you.
It was brutal. And then of course that was the night that Nicole brought her aunt, 2 aunts, 2 uncles,
Yeah.
and they just saw me fucking.
Ooh,
They
that
saw me
sucks too.
Eat it, dude.
You asked the headliner to watch you, and you had people in the
Oh,
audience.
it's so bad.
You're asking for a bomb. You're asking for it.
It was like Like 2 or 3 weeks later, one of those aunts and uncles came and saw me, like out at like O'Fallon or Andy Hamilton show, and I killed. And I was like, okay, I can look them in the eye at fucking Christmas again.
Like, why didn't you do
But,
that
like,
at the last one?
The other aunt and uncle, it took them like 18 months to see me again, and I was like, I swear to God, like I get laughs, like
Yeah.
like I swear to God, like I'm married to your niece, and like I'm not a fucking loser. Like this is a real thing that I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people think I'm funny. I was like, because I'm just sitting there in my head, you know what I mean? Like not getting laughs, bombing, and like looking at my wife's aunt and uncle just like kind of judge me. You know what I mean? And then afterwards be like, no, we thought it was great. And it's like,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I had some old coworkers that came and saw me at like a brewery in Collinsville, and they have not seen me do stand up since.
Oh fuck! I forgot. I forgot about this.
That has to be the last thing.
Yeah. So I had. I was supposed to have shows this past weekend, and then there were some miscommunications. I got bumped off of them, but I had already posted about it. So, and my mom had sent it to some older cousins in the family.
oh, nice.
But I didn't tell them that it got canceled because I didn't know they were coming. So they went to the show.
Did Aaron get a tan? Just for reference, they thought they were coming to see Aaron. It was 2 black openers. It was just not even close to Aaron. So what, did they call you or like what?
No, I found out because they talked to my mom and like, did we go to the wrong show? There was just 2 guys with dreadlocks. And it's also family I don't see very often. So in my head, I was like, that's not him, is it?
Yeah. Like, he doesn't. Because he looks different, right? I was going to say that too. I like that they got through the whole show.
Yeah, it's just like, maybe he's the next one.
They made it through the whole show, and then they got out to the parking lot, and they're like, he says the N-word a lot more than I remember.
A little bit more. Yeah.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah, he's made it part of his persona.
Really has, yeah.
I just
Damn.
couldn't stop giggling about the idea of them being like, we're going to see family. Like,
Ooh child. They're like, huh.
oh,
When is Aaron fucking Black Cougars? Damn.
Them kids.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, that's been an episode.
Yeah, we
It was a
did
fun
that.
one.
All right.
Ooh, it's really soft. His hair is
it's
really
very
soft.
Of course it
Yeah.
is. Of fucking course it is.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right, man.
Strong.
Strong.
You want to say bye?
Pull his hair.
I'm doing Kegels right now.
Ew, dude, I can see it moving. Ew, it's disgusting. Okay.
Get a close up of that crotch.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Zoom in on those Kegels, dude.
Hold it. Guys, I'm getting fit. Do your Kegels. Do your push-ups. Riff, laugh, love.